10 fashion items that I completely regret purchasing. I'm so excited to share this list with you guys, and I am not by no means perfect at all. Just because I have this YouTube channel absolutely does not mean that I know everything about fashion and style. And through having this channel, I have definitely discovered my personal style more and more throughout the years. I wanted to share with you guys what I learned, what I regret purchasing that I don't think is worth it at all. I just want to point out it's completely normal to go through so much trial and error with your style when you love something and then hate it later. But one of the things I think is the most important is making note of it and making sure you don't repeat those mistakes and repurchase those things. So that's why it's so important asking yourself why. Why do you love to wear something? Why do you not like this item? Why aren't you wearing it even though you purchased it? That way, we don't waste our money and we can really streamline our personal style and discover it throughout the year. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the first point. Ripped denim jeans and in combination as well, raw hemlines. Now, raw hemlines, whether the jeans are distressed or not, just in general, raw hemlines and distressed jeans. I definitely regret purchasing these. Now, I have worn it here and there throughout the years. Every time I wear it, not that it looks bad, I just don't feel put together. It feels very casual, yet that's the look I'm going for, but it just doesn't feel put together. So I always grab my non-distressed jeans and then the raw hemline. The reason for that is because brands somehow made it so trendy, or I don't know who did, purchase jeans for the same price as you would get jeans with a finished hemline. And I'm just like, who in the heck made this normal? And I cannot believe I purchased these myself, recommended them to you guys at the same time, and I feel horrible. Because honestly, it really looks cheap. And as soon as I purchased my first pair, my husband instantly pointed it out, and I should have listened in the beginning. Paying brands money for jeans that cost them now less to make and produce, but they're still selling it for the exact same price, if not more, because somehow they happen to be trending. Poor quality jeans. And I have to say, I really wish, and I mentioned this in another video, I can go back to my younger self and tell myself to stop buying freaking cheap jeans, because those jeans never ended up working well for me. They either stretched out in some areas, they didn't fit well around my hips or thighs. I ended up having like 15 to 20 pairs, I kid you not. One of the reasons why I tried so hard to find really inexpensive jeans is because on my YouTube channel, I had at the time so many requests to find affordable jeans, and that's what I set out to do. Then I ended up with so many jeans I never wore, and I honestly like such a hypocrite sharing it, so I stopped sharing really inexpensive jeans once I discovered that splurging on a couple, literally just 2, maybe 3 really nice pair of jeans actually fit and flatter me perfectly, and I actually want to wear them. Not that I'm saying that you can't find any jeans at a really good price point, you definitely can. It's just I haven't found any. Pure white skinny jeans, this is the last fashion regret regarding jeans. I'm telling you guys, I've tried so many freaking jeans in the past 4 years. I can probably make an entire video about best and worst denim jeans. But pure white skinny jeans are completely unflattering, at least in my case. Really tight, especially the jegging material. You just see everything, like the cellulite, everything, and it's just, I don't like it, and I definitely regret purchasing them years ago. Instead, what I think looks better for going for a white color, usually off-white or ivory, denim jeans look beautiful, but making sure the denim is a thicker structured cotton and more of like a slim straight leg fit versus a skinny jean. Then you'll have a much more flattering fit and it'll conceal the cellulite and everything, smooth it out. And especially if you go for a thicker cotton denim, I think that's probably the biggest thing, is going for like a thicker denim, especially if you're going for really light colors like white, off-white. Puffy sandals, I actually purchased them a couple years ago, and now they're actually super trendy. Before they weren't, and let me just tell you, they make so much noise. They're very loud and squeaky, and they're actually not that comfortable, and I see them being out of style so quickly. It's a style that I think will really be dated to a certain time, not a timeless style. Instead of the puffy sandals I mentioned before, minimal dainty strapped sandals that are not puffy, these you can find so many beautiful styles that are classic and timeless and go easily with everything. The puffiness is just, especially now, it's become so trendy and obnoxious that I just think it makes it look really cheap. I like to call this next one bandage sandals. Another fashion regret. I purchased my first pair from Target, and honestly, at the time, I was obsessed with them. I'm really happy I did not spend a lot of money on these, and I actually did get a lot of use out of them, and I actually loved how it had a big platform. The straps, after you wear these style for a little bit, they start to really rub on your foot and create a lot of blisters, and they hurt like heck. Not only that, I just can't look past the straps anymore. They look like bandages. Cheap white sneakers. After trying some really nice sneakers, literally can't go back. There's just something about a genuine leather, high-end kind of designer sneaker, I guess. I don't know if you would call Vejas like a designer brand. I guess you could, but them, there are other brands that created like really nice sneakers, still under $100 that I've shared that I love. Vejas are my favorite, but something about sneakers, I really think you can tell if they look cheap. And sneakers, I really think make a big difference when you're wearing them. And so there's so many different styles. I know everyone's raving about the Adidas Sambas. Looks wise, I think they look great. They're just not my style, not for me, and plus they're too flat for my feet. Vejas are my personal favorite, more expensive, but I'd rather wait a little bit longer, save up, and have those. Just keep in mind, there's some sneakers that I've come across like from Walmart that are like under $20, under $30, under $20, and they look really cheap. And you can just look at the stitching, look at all the details, and they look cheap. So sometimes just spending that extra $50 is so worth it. It'll go such a long way when it comes to white sneakers. And I feel like white, you can really notice it if it's cheap. Mules. I went through a phase where I was obsessed with mules. I think this is when I first started my YouTube channel, my first year. I was beyond obsessed with mules. And now that I look back, I'm like, I feel like an elf in them. I literally feel like an elf. It made my feet look so big. Also, not only that, the only time I would really wear them is on a warmer day, but then my feet would get really hot and sweaty in them. So I feel like it didn't really make sense. Like if I'm wearing a slip-on shoe like that, a sandal usually has to have straps, have some airflow in it. My feet are not sweating like crazy, so it was not very practical. Lululemon Align leggings, an absolute freaking regret. I cannot tell you guys how much I regret this purchase, because their freaking leggings are $98, which is absurd to me. Like if I'm going to spend money on leggings that are only going to last me half a year, I much rather find a dupe version on Amazon, which I did, and they actually have been lasting longer than my Aligns, which is the funny thing, even though they have the exact same material. The reason why for the Align leggings is they pill right away, they look worn out, the stitching was good initially when I got it in, but then with everyday wear, just did not work well. And I took care of, I even gave it 2 chances. I bought not just one, I bought a second pair just to give them another shot. Nope, exactly the same thing. Splurging on every single handbag. I went through a phase where I genuinely thought, if you want to have a nice purse, you have to spend a lot of money on it. And no, I'm not talking about like designer brands like Chanel, Louis. And then once I came across brands like Charles & Keith, Mango, Quince also has beautiful bags, leather and faux leather options. I realized you can have some gorgeous designer inspired or luxury look for so much less, and now I literally can't go back. I am like completely uninterested, don't have any purse on my wish list. It's a splurge at the moment. Splurging on some things is definitely worth it, but on some things you don't have to, and purses is one of the things you don't have to. This last and 10th one isn't too much of a regret, but I did have like an impulse purchase. It's a faux leather blazer I used to have. It was a total impulse purchase. I ended up purchasing it, wearing it one time, and then I gave it away to a friend. So that was a regret for me because that blazer was not cheap. And in that moment, I realized I don't think leather jackets really reflect my personal style. I do like a leather motor jacket. I have one, and I do love to whip it out in the fall time here and there, but my style isn't very edgy, so it's not something it's worth splurging on for me or stocking up on. Fortunately, it's a regret. Even though it was a beautiful blazer, I just only wore it one time, and that's so sad. I feel it's very humbling saying this on the internet. Can I just say very humbling? Please give me grace. I'm learning just like everybody else. I put so much effort, time into my purchases, and then writing down what I love about the piece, what I don't love about the piece. Like, I'm crazy about it because I want to share what I learned with you guys. you avoid these mistakes and you save your money. But that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed this I feel like very humbling video for myself. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye!